to the Healthy Metal Hippie. Today we are here with the fabulous Jade. She's the owner and founder of Little LiesI, which, if you're listening in the UK, you've probably heard about Little LiesI, the incredible rock and roll fashion company. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here today,
Thank you for
Jade.
having me. Yeah, excited to be here. Thank you.
It makes me really excited. So I am clearly not British. I moved to the UK in 2019, and very shortly after, you became part of my life, and I slowly started picking little pieces out. It was that, actually, I thought about wearing that today. The first piece I ever got was like that. It was like a black and red kind of spotted kimono dress. With the big kind of
I remember the one.
I love that dress, and that was the first piece I bought. I looked at it for months, and I went, "Oh shit, I need this thing."
Got it. Yeah.
And so I bought it, and yeah, I still wear it, and I still love it. It makes me very happy.
I have thought about doing a version of that. Actually, I've considered doing some kind of move on from that because it was always a favorite. I love the sleeve. I love the fact I had the stretch waist. Like, yeah, I know. I mean, that dress, we must have done that maybe 6 years ago, we had that. And yeah, I still remember that one. That was a good one.
Oh, such a good dress. And every time I wear it, everyone's like, "Wow, you look amazing." And I'm like, "Thanks."
You're like, "Yeah, thank you."
I know. And
love it.
You know, forget a husband and a boyfriend that were a little too insecure about me wearing it, but everybody else loves that dress. So
they can suck it. That's not up to them.
Exactly.
Do what you want.
Exactly. And I absolutely am. So do you want to just give us a little bit of a background on how you got started and everything?
Yeah, for sure. So Little LiesI is now 10 years old, crazy. It is, an actual full decade of being in business, but it started as a boutique. So it was me from the spare room of my home. I sourced product from across the globe, like the wholesale market, and curated it into the aesthetic that it still is today. Basically, I just really loved music, 70s rock and roll. I loved clothes, not fashion. Like, I really loved style and how you could express yourself. And it was just like, I feel like there's kind of something missing in the market for people who are not trend followers, but they're also not super alternative. There was kind of nothing in the middle. So yeah, it started as a little boutique, and then it has grown and grown and grown. And now, in the last sort of 3-4 years, has it even been as long as that? 3 years, we now are a brand in our own right. So we design everything, and we are, completely own label brand. So that's been the journey, and the craziness. And yeah, it's very exciting.
I think you are totally right, though. There was nothing really in the middle. Like, maybe if you're not so say, let's just go, say you're not super goth or super metal, which I'm discovering maybe I lean a little bit more goth, but
you got to own it.
I do, but I think you're right, though. There's nothing in the middle if you're not like super, super alt, but you're also like, everything else is boring to me. Coming to you was like, oh shit, this is the place to be if you're like a rock and roll queen. And
exactly.
And I think so many people identified with that feeling, like just like you get it, and that look that you're going for, that kind of the Stevie Nicks inspired, all that witchy vibes, and you've got the hippie, you've got the rock and roll, like
it's like the periphery. It's like all those things that people like, they can really find themselves in the product as well. So there's some of the pieces, yes, you could style it really witchy, you could style it really goth. But also, if you're just like, you're kind of maybe used to shopping on the high street, but you don't want something super, super trend led, or you want something just a bit more offbeat. Like, you don't have to be anything to shop at Little LiesI. But I think that's why so many people find it and then love it. They're like, oh, I can just be me at this place. I'm not having to like be what that kind of store says I should be.
Yeah, you don't have to fit into any boxes. I like making your own box, right?
Definitely, all about that.
Well, my branding is heavy metal hippie / obviously healthy metal hippie. This is a nickname my friends gave me, I don't know, a lot of years ago. God, I don't know, at least, it doesn't matter, but a lot of years ago.
Too many.
I'm like, damn, I'm getting old. Okay. But
I feel you.
But this is the thing where people, like, when it first kind of came out, would go to me, oh, heavy metal and hippies don't go together. And I'm like, yeah, they
Yes,
do.
they
It
do.
absolutely goes together.
It's the
And
same thing. It's just a visual.
exactly. And punk rock and hippies together, like it all just kind of fits. And I love that, like, you have been able to help people carve out their own space in the world. And I feel like for myself, I've part of this journey, at least the last, whatever, almost 7 years I've been here, it's been very much like stepping into all of the pieces of me that, I've kind of felt like I've had to kill parts of me off before, but now I just go, no, all the pieces,
Yeah.
and that's what you get, and that's the end
Yeah,
of
you
it.
don't have to be one thing. You can be an amalgamation of all the things that you love, and that's what makes you you. That's the whole point, is to embrace all the weird and wonderful things that you are and that you love, and that's what Little Lies is here for. And we have so many women who say, one of the key things that we have heard over the years is specifically women who have maybe they've just had children or they've had a massive breakup or some significant change. Maybe they've had been through a sickness or something, but when they've had a significant change in their life and they've come out the other end of it, or maybe they're, home with this newborn and they're like, who am I? I actually feel like I don't know who I am anymore. And then they've discovered Little Lies, and then they've been like, oh, and they feel like they rediscover an element of themselves. And that, I think, has been my absolute biggest success and favourite thing about the whole business ever, is that women have found this and been like, okay, I see me in that. And they feel like they've then found this like tribe of like-minded women who are like just all out there being unapologetic with themselves, but in their own little way, but also it still fits the aesthetic. Like it is a vibe, but it's also every vibe, which is something I really love about it.
Yes. And I relate to that so much. So I don't know if you go look at my order history. I I left actually quite an abusive marriage in
Okay.
2021,
Yeah.
and I remember I did say, "That's it.
Yep.
It's me now. I don't have to dress for other people. I don't have to follow other people's rules." And it was part
Absolutely.
of me just like taking back my voice, taking back my power. And Little Lies was definitely a big, big part of that too.
Yeah, that's incredible to hear. Obviously not the terrible situation you had to be through. That's not incredible to hear, but the fact that you did that for yourself, like you did that, you figured out, actually, no, this is what I want to be. And yes, maybe this brand was like a kind of the conduit, it was the way to do it, but knowing that you being able to kind of take that moment to look and be like, who am I and what do I want to be? What are the things that I actually love and what is my take on things? What's my personality? What's the way? Because I think that's the thing is like there's fashion and there's clothes and there's style. And I feel like clothes and style is more about being able to express actually yourself and what you feel and what you like. But then fashion, I mean, fashion is incredible. I love it. The things that it can create, the things that it can do. But for me, it's quite separate and quite different to just clothes and personal style.
Yeah, I've never really thought about it that way, but it makes so much sense. I like that, sometimes I think new trends or whatever. I mean, I think everything's kind of a rehashing of other shit anyway.
There's no new ideas. Yeah.
But I like boundary pushing, but people do that. I find more so it doesn't happen on the runway. It happens with people's personal style and like, I'm showing up like this. And then people go, oh shit, that's cool. I like that.
Yeah.
It's just really goddamn special. Like,
I think it is, yeah. And being able to be in a moment to feel like you can decide exactly who you want to be and how you want to show up in the world. Like clothes might sound really superficial and not important, but they are such a way of like, before going out the door that day, be like, this is who I want to be. This is who I feel like I want to represent. And these are the things that I love. And I am totally cool with that. And nobody's going to tell me that I can or can't like that thing or show up this way. So yeah, it is super important. It might just be clothes, but it's totally not. It's more than that.
it's part of your identity. So my mom, she's like, you dress yourself from the inside out. You
Yeah.
you wear nice things that make you feel good, that make you feel powerful, that nurture your soul and help you show up in the best way. And so I guess sometimes mom will wear Lululemons out, to the farmer's market or something. But you don't catch her ever dressed down. She's always like, I'm showing up like a boss bitch today. She doesn't say that. That's
Definitely.
not her words, but
but it's what it means to her though, because for some people, because I've a friend of mine before, she was going for a really important law interview, as a lawyer, and you can see how far out my remit that is. But for that interview, she wore full on agent provocateur suspenders, the whole thing underneath her really polished formal look. And she was the whole time it gave her this power in her head. She was like, you don't know that underneath all this, I am this thing. Now, personally, for me, I fucking hate underwire. I couldn't think of anything worse. And that would make me I would feel uncomfortable the whole time. But for her, that made her feel powerful in that moment. And so I think it's just knowing what the things are for you that make you feel like the strongest, most powerful version of yourself. And it's so different for everyone, and that is fine.
Yes, absolutely. It's however you tap into it. And obviously, so I work for myself. I work with artists. I have my own rock and roll subscription box kind of deal. But I also work part-time at HMV on Oxford Street here in London. And
love that.
It's super fun. I'm one of the audio management team there. But I always dress really nice or really cool or whatever. But it makes me feel really damn good leaving the house. And I think especially when you've had a lot of your power stripped away by people, then you put something on and you're like, yes, I got this. I can do anything. I could take on the absolute world today. And I think over time it actually just becomes more and more important to me.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think it depends how you do it as well, and about learning how is right for you. And it's also that thing about not becoming an armor and a costume that's on top. It's it's more about being able to embrace what's inside and embody that, and exactly, it's more pulling that out as opposed to just putting something on top. But yeah, it's a massive thing that I really want for women to fully embrace. It's one of the reasons as well that we're such an inclusive brand size-wise. That should not be limited to being a kind of generic sized body. That's there for everyone.
And what is the size range again?
6 to 24.
Yeah, and that's a big range. And I mean,
it is. Yeah, I mean, most high street brands still only do sort of maybe 6 to 16, maybe 6 to 18 if you're lucky, or 8 to 18. I mean, a lot of that's the inclusive ones. That's the Marks and Spencers and things. But I mean, sometimes I'm sure Mango did a collection recently, and it stopped at a size 12. It's still so common that really, really small size ranges that are just 3 or 4 sizes, and it's all down to money. It costs us a lot more money to do the size range because the factories have to cut 10 sizes instead of just 3 or 4. So it is more costly, but that's just that. Well, then it costs more. That's just kind of how I view it. I'd love to do more, but again, we can't quite get there yet. I think if I tried to get more 15 sizes, then the factories would ditch me. There's no way they'd no way they'd do it right now. Yeah, they're no, okay, you already do 10. Most people do 3 or 4.
No,
so yeah.
It's amazing though. And I think it helps bring more people into that community space, and that you give, like I say, you give that safe space for women and for everybody just to come in and be like, this is who I am. And you're like, I got you. Come on, let's do that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, there are no stupid questions. There are no, we are the weirdos, mister. That's the thing on the, in the Facebook group. It's great having a chat with people and just seeing everyone getting in touch and asking questions about fit, and then the other gals helping each other out. And it's definitely a good community. It's a key part of the brand, is the community.
Yes, absolutely. And I also just want to say, if there's my North American friends, if you are listening to this, a size 12 UK is a size 8 US sizes, Canada sizes.
Yeah.
And so you can understand that that's very small. That's not it. That's not inclusive.
Yes.
Yes. And so the fact that, again, obviously much larger range of sizes, which is so wonderful. Oh, I love that. Yeah, you do have an incredible VIP community
We
online.
do. We're very lucky.
I mean, I'm part of it, of course. And, you've got the chats where people, like you say, they really help each other out. I love everybody posts their outfits. They're like, check this out, or I wore this to my gig tonight, or,
Yeah.
this is the new whatever. Look how this fits. What should I style this? Oh, I love it because
It's so good, isn't it?
yeah, just so many great minds.
Yeah, I think because it's like-minded people and it's just similar types of people. A lot of our audience, which has been completely organic and not something we've tried to kind of manufacture, but a lot of the audience tends to be creative people. It just seems so people who work in music industry, fashion, marketing, TV, radio, like there's, a lot of people like yourself, a lot of self-employed freelance creatives. It's just then such a great bunch of people. Like I know you had met many people throughout it, but Rachel is one of the people that you met through the Little LiesI community, and you now produce her podcast. And, it's really incredible to have brought these like-minded people together. So again, it's not just about clothes. Like it's not as superficial as that. Like it's so much more to people.
That's the thing. You find friends and you find strength in there. And there's just so much fuck yes energy.
Definitely.
And like, we all need more of that. The world is hard enough.
Genuinely, yes. I couldn't agree more.
So then when everybody gets together and you're cheering for each other, that's how you change the world. Really.
Yeah. There's just no need to not be like that. And I think that's something that, as a fashion brand, you wouldn't think that then that community of fuck yes energy is what would come from that, but it totally is. And I think because it's been so organic, it's happened by itself. It's not something we have specifically tried to manufacture. It's just even stronger because authenticity is key, and it's just the best bunch of people. Like I love being like, oh, I'm wearing this today, and like I'll post something in there, and I feel like as one of the community, like I'm one of the people in there. Like I'm not the founder of the brand. When I'm posting in there, I'm just like, oh, hey guys, or like, oh, I wish I had you. Totally, or like hoping I have some kind of a little sneak peek that I can show them because it's exciting and I feel like part of the community myself. And yes, that's something I'm super proud of.
Yes, you absolutely should be. You had quite a viral moment in your business too with the
Queen,
you
could say
Taylor.
That. Yes, which is so funny because if somebody had said to me like, who is the one person you'd want to see your dress on, I wouldn't have thought Taylor first. But yes, first up last year, so early 2024, we went completely viral when she wore our Sweet Jane green velvet dress. She was out for dinner with Zoe Kravitz and Blake Lively in Brooklyn. All of those things was just cool together.
Yeah, no kidding.
And yeah, the pictures went completely viral. And I think it wasn't just like because Taylor wears another outfit, or it wasn't that did it. It was the fact that we are a very small independent brand. The dress was £58. And so people all over the world were like, I can afford to buy the dress that Taylor's wearing. And also, it comes in my size. It wasn't like some kind of Gucci dress that's in like 3 sizes and it's, it's really, really small made. So I think that was why it went so viral. That, she was wearing these like $2,000 boots with this little 60 quid mini dress, and it just captured people's attention and went completely bonkers.
No, absolutely. And I mean, yeah, because I remember when it totally put the spotlight on, and also amazing too, because then in the middle of the Eras tour and everything else, I have that dress, but I have it in black. Are we surprised?
Naturally. Naturally.
Every time I look at the other colors, I'm like, Ash, you're only going to wear the black one. Calm down. But
well, we have it coming in midnight blue.
That I would wear because I look cute in midnight blue.
So, yeah, I feel like that's a colour that totally would work for you. And it's nearly black, so it doesn't count as colour. But it also does count as colour. You'd be like, I wear colour, tick.
Look how colourful I am. I mean, that's it. I've got my hair's usually purple, but it's fading right now. But so it's, so I mean, I wear colour in my hair. And
absolutely.
I usually, I wear colourful jackets sometimes, so.
Well, I feel like a dark blue dress is maybe an option.
Yeah,
but yes, yeah.
But but it was amazing. And oh my God, you couldn't keep them in stock, right?
Yeah, genuinely, it was absolutely crazy, and so many people bought them to wear to the Eras tour as well, which I loved. And so we went through to Edinburgh when she was playing there, and yeah, I had a proper wander around. I got this life-size cutout of Taylor in the dress. Now, forgetting that she's nearly 6 foot tall and then had on these like 6-inch heels. So this cutout was fucking massive. And it was really windy, really windy. So I was like practically walking through the streets of Edinburgh with this like surfboard under my arm. It was bonkers, but it was really good. So many people stopped us and we saw quite a few people wearing the actual dress and we were like, oh my God. And they're like, oh my God. So yeah, it was really cool.
It is amazing. And I think, especially as a small business, that for somebody so prolific, it's like...
Genuinely, there's nobody more famous at the minute. Like, she is queen of the actual world. And yeah, I think it's funny because I hadn't really considered her as somebody who aligned with my brand. Not because I didn't like her or anything. Like, I always just was like, oh yeah, Taylor Swift, cool. Hadn't really thought of it as something that had any relation to me. But once she wore our dress, I then kind of did a little more digging and realized how, one, she tends to really, she'll wear like independent brands, particularly female founded brands, because she knows the power of her, you know, the Taylor Swift effect. But also like a lot of her actual values, her brand values, her core values, you know, the inclusivity, the community, authenticity, like all of these things are our brand pillars, are totally her brand pillars as well. So I think that's why a lot of her fans, her audience, then found Little Lies and were like, oh, okay, like maybe I'm not a 70s rock and roll gal, but I actually totally identify with this brand as well and like the core values that run underneath it. And so it just was an opportunity for us to put this like badass little community on this much wider platform. You know, putting it center stage of the world was just such a major moment for us that I am massively appreciative to Taylor for.
We love Taylor.
Definitely.
Yeah, and I would assume it did bring a lot of new customers, and I mean, not just for the dress, but like into the whole world.
Yeah, it did. I mean, I think at that moment, that day, we did our month's target that day, and then we'd something like tripled it within the next couple of days. So it was you know, massive for like the revenue, but then only about 50% of those sales were for the actual dress.
Oh.
So many people came on and just discovered the brand in general and bought loads of things and were like, oh my God, I love this. So yeah, that was just really cool for us. And it's something that, I mean, it's not had a lasting effect. You know, we definitely did gain some new customers, but it's not one of those things that then like, you know, you have the Taylor effect and then you stay at that level. Like it's a very fleeting thing. It happens, it goes away again, but it gives lots of opportunities in different ways. Even things like podcasts, like this kind of thing, speaking on things. It's not something I'd done before, but because of that moment, I then did it. And then it was like, oh, I can actually do this. And so it's more, you know, it's the snowball effect of all the different things and the opportunities that come off the back of it.
Yeah. And I mean, you've done like a lot of news bits and stuff up in Scotland too, right? Yeah. Yeah. Like different filming bits. There was, new actual, like the news. And then there was just different TV show things, bits and pieces that have happened. And I'm kind of a bit of a yes person. If anything comes up, I'm like, yeah, sure. Let's do it.
Yeah.
I mean, why not, right? I think I think it's a good, well, unless you're like killing yourself, obviously, but I think it's a good way to be. Though.
I mean, naturally, yeah. Yeah, try to just go with the flow and take opportunities as they come and just ride the wave.
So even though Taylor wasn't your like the person you'd think first and foremost of who do you want in the clothes, who would be that person?
You know, I've been asked that a lot and I find it really tricky. There's not one single person because I feel that there are people for different reasons. I mean, obviously the one and only the icon Stevie Nicks. I think I would just be like, bury me now. Like if that happened, you know, what else could you possibly want to achieve in life, other than Stevie Nicks wearing your design? So I feel like that would be an incredible moment. But what would that do for the business? And you know, kind of where'd you go from there? What do you do from there? It would be a lifetime achievement. And it's more one of those things that I'm like, I absolutely want to do that at some point. It would be incredible to see her in one of our garments. But the more kind of like current version, so people, obviously Taylor Swift is for sure still up there. I would love her to wear it again. She's worn it twice. And I know she has a bunch of other things. She bought quite a lot of pieces, so still, fingers crossed that she maybe wears something else. Another one would be Miley Cyrus, because I just think she is similar in the sense that she just says fuck no to what other people think, and she's unapologetically herself. And I just love that she I feel like she's really embracing who she is. I mean, you know, being the whole child star and all these things, like it's not an easy thing she's been through. But I just love her style. She's definitely got that rock and roll soul.
Absolutely.
So yeah, her and Fern Cotton, because I love Fern Cotton. And she's been very much one of our style icons from the very beginning. Like when she was in her Radio 1 days, she'd be there in like her Vivienne Westwood boots and her oversized kimono. And that aesthetic is very much something I still refer to. I think they're probably my 3 plus Taylor.
And I think it paints a nice picture too. It gives people a good visual of what is the brand about, what is the vibe, and how do I tap into that too.
Definitely, yeah. Because there's never just one thing, is there? There's the aesthetic, there's the core values, there's different things and different reasons for everything. So yeah, I could never choose one person. If I had to, it would be Taylor Swift. So so there we go. Tick.
Yeah, holy shit. And I mean, God, it's such I don't know. It's mind-blowing. I remember when I saw the news, I was just like, this is the best thing ever. And then
You're like, I know them.
My whole family about it.
I love that so much.
I did. And it's true. I texted my friends. I texted my family. I'm like, oh my God. Can you believe it?
So cool. Well, thank you. I appreciate you spreading the word.
Yes, brilliant. Absolutely. And so, okay, so then I guess my next question, I'm curious. So obviously we've got Stevie Nicks, but when we think about like music inspirations for the pieces and things like that, who would be the biggest musicians maybe not the biggest musicians, but you know what I mean? The ones that influenced you the most? Well,
so actually, I mean, you've got there's my wall behind me of icons, that are like my kind of the top pyramid, the people that I look to. And again, all for different reasons. So Stevie Nicks is obviously in there, but a lot of the time it's not just the aesthetic of her. It's the attitude and the energy of just being completely unapologetically yourself. It's more that bohemian feel, but the rock and roll soul. So that's kind of what I look to for Stevie. Yes, there's the witchy element. That's more surface level. But then there's like some Robert Plant, frontman of Led Zeppelin, we all know and love. My first tattoo was the Led Zeppelin one, and it just had to be done. Very first one.
That. I have
not me wearing a jumper that's... Do you actually?
Yeah.
I'm realizing that I've got like my jumper here, and it's literally which is funny.
So perfect.
But the other one, so Robert Plant, I feel like for his aesthetic, like is very much, again, just being like, fuck the system, wearing what he wants to wear. Like he'd be there in like an unbuttoned floral blouse and like super tight pants.
Yeah.
And I just love that.
I think he's like the blueprint for, you know, you look at a whole bunch of those guys dressing in that like full-on rock star. Of course, everybody's looking to that exact vibe, the floral shirt, the tight pants, it screams sex, basically.
Definitely, yeah. So I feel like there's a little bit of that energy that I'd like to take into it. I mean, I love a sheer shirt that's kind of buttoned low and over a leather trouser. Like that's something that has always been part of the aesthetic. Other ones, again, it's just like David Bowie, Mark Bolan, Freddie Mercury. Yes. But again, it's not like a specific aesthetic reference. It's more the energy and the approach that they take to getting dressed. So I think it's, like the actual aesthetic. I mean, aesthetic-wise, it's more people like Fern Cotton, Alison Moss Hart, the Olsen twins, you know, Sienna Miller, Kate Moss. That's a bit more of like the actual visual, but the undercurrent to it, like the reason and the why and the approach is your rock stars. It's Led Zeppelin, it's Queen, it's Bowie, it's Fleetwood Mac. Like it's that kind of thing. So it's kind of there's different levels and layers to it.
And I think if you tap that energy, then the whole world is your oyster, basically.
Totally.
Because that's, you know what, we can surface level, like you say, be attracted to the visual appeal. But what really gets people stuck in and excited is the energy that goes behind it.
Yeah. And I think as well, if you just look at like a picture of a rock star and try to make a version of the shirt they're wearing, that's not... Like, what do you do from there? And it's not really got any authenticity to it. It's just kind of like, oh, that looks nice. And that's the whole point, is that our thing is style. It's not fashion. It's not just about a thing that looks nice. It's about the reason, it's the why, it's the how it makes you feel. And so it's got to have that in the design process. If I'm just like, oh yeah, that's pretty, let's just make that. Like that won't feel the same on the body for people.
No. And that's it. A lot of things can make you feel pretty, but not a lot of things can make you feel powerful and incredible.
Yeah, and like the best version of you.
Exactly. Exactly. You also are a mom.
Yes, I
Yeah.
am.
And so, I mean, my son is 14.
What an age.
What an age indeed. No,
But
he's
that's a
actually,
journey.
he's wonderful. And, yeah, I'm really, really proud of him. But I think, especially when you've got your own business and you're building your own brands, life is different. It is different than a regular, typical 9 to 5 job.
Absolutely.
And so, like, just how do you work around everything? Because, damn it, being a
Yeah,
mom is tough, right?
it is. Yeah. My daughter's 4 now. And the other, like the added layer to that is that Little Lies is owned and run by myself and my husband. So it's like a full on family business. So it's the pair of us completely and utterly in the business. So yeah, she spends time here. She is a legend. She loves her clothes. She loves to get dressed up. She's here in like, a little tutu and Doc Martens because it's just, and that's her. That's not me. She'll go and like dig through the wardrobe of shoes and come out strutting through in like draped in fabric with like these, crazy boots and things on. And she just loves it. But yeah, like it is definitely a juggle. It's not easy. More from the mental capacity side of things, because like you say, having your own business, it's not the working hours thing that's difficult, because obviously it is. You do put in a lot more. It's not a 9 to 5. It's more the mental capacity and like the level of mental strain that you have to put yourself under, even within those hours, is so much more. Like, it's a lot more. You're jumping between a lot more things. There's a lot more gravity to every single decision you make. And also, when you're home or out with those actual working hours, the level of thoughts and decisions and the things that are running through your brain, like, you never leave it. You're constantly on. But then it's the same as being a parent. When you're home, it's not just, I am doing bath time. It's like, okay, when does she need new clothes for nursery? Do they still fit her? Like, has she eaten enough vegetables today? How long is she going to get to sleep? I hope she sleeps properly. Like, oh, has she had a wee before bed? Like, all of these things, like, so many things. And then you're the same, like, at work. And then you're like, oh God, like, should I be with her? I feel bad that, she's at nursery instead of, me hanging out with her. Am I a bad mom? But then at the same time, when I'm with her, then I'm like, oh my God, like my team, like they need the support from me. And so you feel constantly pulled in every single direction. And I think like the main answer to your question is like, I don't do easily. Like it's not simple, and it's not something that I take lightly. I'm not doing it all. If I'm present in one, I'm not present in the other. And I've kind of come to accept that. And you just have to roll with it and not feel guilt, because the guilt, oh my God, the mum guilt, fuck it out. Like, it is next level.
Oh, it absolutely is. Yeah, absolutely. Next level. So many things there. First of all, I'm like, you know what? It's great that when you are in one, you are there and you are not in the other one, because there's nothing worse than kind of being half or less in
Yeah.
both at the same time.
That does take a lot of effort though. Like, it's hard. It's not that it's easy to do that, but it's more that I've learned to try and switch off and be like, when I'm home, I'm trying actively not to think about the other thing. And the
Yeah.
same vice versa. Like, I need to not feel guilty when I'm in the office, because if I do, then like you say, you can't do both. You physically can't. And so you're just then going to do a shit job at both. So you might as well just be like, okay, right now she's at nursery, she's happy. I know that she's being looked after, she's having fun, she's learning, she's with her peers. I am at work and I need to focus on that and not feel like guilty about that. So it's not easy to do, but once you get into it, you get more used to it, but you need to do it. You can't have one foot in each.
No. Oh my God, no. I worked in insurance for like 17 years.
Wow, I can't imagine that for you.
I know.
Who are you?
I know, right? Weird. But I've had all my ideas from a young age, and then you fall into insurance and then you stay there. That's what happens. And so I did large construction insurance, building schools and hospitals and
That's pretty cool.
hotels and shit. It was, it was interesting. I have a lot of extra skills now, but I worked extremely long hours when even just being employed in that. And I had a team that was under me and all the fun stuff. But 16-hour days at times. And I remember my son, he was fairly young, I don't know, 5 years old or something. And he had like got some money from my mom and he gave it to me so that I didn't have to work so much. And it
Oh, but
kind
that
of,
broke your heart.
it absolutely broke my heart. And I kind of made a point from then where I'm like, even if this shit's not done, I gotta spend time with my son because
there's only so much you can do. And I think as well, like, because I try to find that I'm like, oh, I should be doing this, and there's all these opportunities and these so many untapped things that I've not done for the business yet, and all these women out there that I want to feel incredible in their clothes and get this out there and, you know, push and do the next thing. But at the same time, I also don't want to look back and be like, there's all that time that I didn't hang out with my daughter. We didn't go and do that cool thing or book that trip. Where they go, we better not, you know, we can't take more time out of the office, or we should really be there. And you can't do everything. And so sometimes it is choosing one over the other and just not feeling shit about it.
No, I mean, and you can't. Each side, nothing's ever going to be 100% perfect, right? You just navigate the best that you can, and then trust that you're doing the best.
Embrace the messiness, Just go. It's going to always be messy and rough around the edges, and just do your best and figure out, like, take a step back and think, like, which is the priority right now, or on this thing. And because as well, like, I'm like hyper aware right now that my daughter starts school next year, so I've got, 11 months until she goes to primary school. And at that point, we can't just be like, oh, let's just go and see our friends. Let's just take off for a few days. Like, we can't do that when she's at school because it's very different.
Yeah.
But right now, where it feels like post-Taylor and with all the new collections and things, I feel like the brand has really, it's dialed in now. It feels the strongest it's ever been. So I feel like there's so many opportunities that I'm like, I should be like working my ass off to push this right now, because if I don't do it right now, we might lose that momentum. And, I want for this to be a success. I want to get it out there in front of more people. But at the same time, she starts school next year. So should I be going out with her, leaving the office, going for a little trip with her? I feel constantly pulled in every direction. And there's no right answer. There's no perfect way to deal with it. You just kind of have to do what feels right for you in that moment and stand by your decision and don't kind of make yourself feel shit about it.
No, exactly. It's kind of funny because my whole life like turned upside down after I left my husband at the time, and it was kind of crazy because like I did that, I was like, bye, finally, and then I lost my job like
oh my God.
a few months later, like 6 months after, and I was like, that's it, I'm not going back. We are finding a way that's actually not going to destroy my soul. And so I have more time with my son. Yeah, so it's been like a whole brand new life forward. But I think it was
sometimes things fall apart so something else can fall into place. You have to allow sometimes, like, don't fight it.
I just burned everything to the ground. Because I was like, let's
like
start
a phoenix
fresh.
From the ashes.
Yes, absolutely. That's exactly what it was. And so I don't know. And I still have lots of mom guilt, but less. And you know what? It's really nice when you hear that, like, your kid goes and tells his friends how he's got such a good relationship with his mom. I'm like, I'm doing something right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's something definitely to be proud of.
I know for you'll always make the best decisions in the moment, right? That's just what happens.
Sometimes I won't. Sometimes I'll choose the wrong thing.
Yeah, but in the moment,
that's okay. Right. In the moment, it'll be right, or maybe I make kind of the right decision for the wrong reasons, or vice versa. But I think it's just taking a minute to think about it and doing what feels like the right thing, and just not giving yourself shit, not giving yourself a hard time. Like, imposter syndrome is real, mum guilt is real, everything's really difficult. You don't have to make it more difficult by giving yourself shit. Yes,
absolutely. I was thinking actually a lot about it this morning, about how difficult life can be, and just circling back to community, because having the right people around you, holy shit, that makes life so much better.
Definitely. Just that kind of community of people to bounce ideas off, or just have a moan with, or hear what exciting thing they're doing, or just like-minded people, because people who share the same values and who give a shit about the same things, because it can be so easy, you know, if you're on social media or whatever, to think like, oh, I don't have that beautiful car or the thing that looks like that, or I'm not on holiday in that place. But actually, do you care about that? Do you actually care about that? You know, do the people who are like you and that you love and connect with, do they care about that? And if they do, fine, then it can be that thing that's important to you, but it's more just, you know, filtering out the noise, and that's where your community really comes in. It's like having that group of like-minded people who share your values and just get it.
Absolutely. Okay, so I guess first, what's yet to come for the rest of the year with Little Lies?
So we're the more that we lean into the brand side of things, like we used to, as a boutique, we drop very frequent collections at the end of the year, but we've kind of moved away from that. We kind of were at the mercy of what the wholesalers had available, and so we had to kind of get it from them should it get it online. So it meant that it was a bit more of a fast model, and it's not really what we want to do. So we've done the majority of our product launches for the year. We've got a couple of exciting things still to come. We've got some really cool knitwear, a little bit of I don't know if you to see my Instagram story yesterday. I was wearing something that is coming. I sometimes sneak things in somewhere without really saying. So there's some little bits of knitwear coming. We've got a little, like a mini party drop to launch still. I think that'll be the first week in November. But it's not sequin and stuff this year. We've gone a lot more like Devore. Actually, there's like a beautiful teal Devore dress. That's going to be a bit of you. That's colour, but not. And we have our Hendrix jeans coming.
Hendrix jeans?
The Hendrix jeans, yeah. For the first time, we have actually developed denim. So that's a really exciting thing that we've been doing. It's taken us well over a year to get them right, because we've never made jeans before. I've never worked with denim. It's a brand new factory. It's a whole thing. It's a different country that we haven't worked with before. So it's been a long kind of labour of love getting the wash right and the fit and the level of stretch and all the things. But that's been, a big project, and they should be launching imminently, which is very exciting.
Ooh, okay, add to cart, because...
Yes. Yeah, they're really good. So yeah, that's kind of like product-wise, that's what we've got happening. We've got a couple more shoots still to do. But yeah, really it's like this is just kind of gearing up for the peak season. But again, now priorities are different being a mum. So like I'm launching stuff earlier. All the drops should really be done by early November. There might be a couple of little individual pieces here and there, or restocks, and like there's some things that we're restocking and whatnot that will be happening through November, December. But really November, December is like selling the product and really getting the brand out there and marketing it beautifully, and getting people dressed and ready for their Christmas parties or Christmas Day or whatever, and getting their gifts ready. We're very popular for the other halves of our customers to come and buy gift vouchers and presents and things. So yeah, it's really that then happens, and it means like the sales machine is kind of running, and it means that then I can try and actually hang out with Nyla and let her enjoy Christmas, because she's at that like Santa magical age where she's like obsessed and so excited. So I want to try and take as much time as I can to really soak that up and enjoy it, because you know there's a very small number of years in which she'll actually feel that way. So yeah, and then really like I'm knee deep right now in designing for summer next year. That's fully happening. And yeah, just trying to figure it out. Yeah, there's always a lot of plates. It's never one thing.
So there's still a lot of exciting things for the rest of the year.
Yeah. I mean, I've literally told you all of them. There's not anything like,
I know,
there's no secrets here. Like I told you I was an open book. There was no way I was going to just hold things back.
Be like,
yeah. I'm crap at secrets.
Yeah, me too, actually. Oh, you know what I'm really crap at secrets about is gifts. If I got a gift for somebody, or if like, I don't know, I went shopping with my mom, for example, and got something for my sister, I can't keep a secret.
No.
It's
too exciting.
Can't. I'm like, Sabrina, my sister, I'm like, I just bought your Christmas present. Do you want to know what I got you? She's like, okay.
No.
But it's too exciting. And so, so I'm with you. Stuff
Life
like
is
that.
too short.
Right? Exactly.
Yeah.
Aw.
But yeah, no, just giving away all the trade secrets and that's fine. Fine by me.
Yeah. Just do it. Why not? We're here for it. And if
Healthy Metal Hippie exclusive.
Exactly. Whoosh, across the screen. Healthy Metal Hippie
Yeah.
exclusive. I love it. And I'm just going to tell everybody too that we did actually show up wearing the exact same dress today.
Well, you know what? For the last moment, we're going to have to do this. I'm going to have to.
Yeah. Oh my
we
gosh,
literally.
twinning. Because
there we are. We're fully twinning.
It's a fairly recent-ish piece, right? And
this was part of birthday, yeah.
I needed this. When it came out, I was like, this is my dress. And I also get all the compliments on this. And I thought, ooh, I have to wear something extra cute, Little Lies today.
Well, I feel like it's a good one. We obviously had the same thought because, like, podcast, it's like just here. So, like, what's got a cool neckline? What's got a little bit of detail, but it's like, really comfortable. But I'm kind of like, I'm fully in the have a podcast at 10:30, have a forest play date with my daughter at 1 because we've got it's like her forest school nursery thing. So I'm fully in like knee high, like comfortable, like almost welly boots, and this, and like a big jumper on top. But I'm like, this does both. I can literally go and play in the woods.
Yeah, it absolutely does. And that's it. I don't know. I mean, I have other things later this evening. I'm trying to decide, do I wear something? I'm thinking about like leather trousers, but I don't know.
Yeah.
It's cold down here today.
Yeah. It's really cold here. Yeah. Scotland. Yeah.
Yeah. Always cold. No, not really.
Yeah. Mostly.
So if people want to come and join that community that we're talking about, and where can they find you? Where's the best places to connect?
So we've got a couple. There's the VIP group on Facebook. So just Little Lies VIP. That is probably where most things happen, where we chat and things. There's also a broadcast channel on WhatsApp, but not on WhatsApp, sorry, on Instagram. But broadcast channels are a bit more one-sided. They're harder for people to really build that community thing of replying, but it's still nice to be in. We kind of we'll try and like sometimes give the broadcast first, information, but mostly VIP. And then also on our blog. So we've recently relaunched the blog. Lots of different posts on there, but you can comment in there and in my DMs. As well.
Yeah.
Because on Instagram I chat to people quite a lot. People reply to my stories and things. I'll chat away in there. But yeah, I think probably where most of the conversation, like the kind of proper community conversation happens, is in that Facebook group.
Perfect. Well, we will definitely be linking everything so people can come find you. And you ship worldwide. So
we do. Yes, definitely. Always.
Because, I mean, half my audience is North America, half my audience is here, and then
all are welcome
around Europe. Yes. And that's, all you amazing North American people, that's how you get all the cool British shit, so do it.
Yeah. Yeah. They don't make this like this in America.
No, they seriously don't. And for the record, I'm Canadian, but just saying.
Okay, yeah, Canadian, okay. Where about in Canada?
Calgary.
Love.
The mountains.
Cold as fuck there.
Yeah, it is cold as fuck there.
My family are all like Ontario. I've got quite a bit of family over there and love it. But yeah, I haven't been to Calgary.
Oh, yeah, don't go in the winter. It's very cold.
I do not plan to.
Like -50 cold.
Yeah, not having that. I may be Scottish, but I'm not built for that.
No, nobody is. And everybody, they all laugh at me now because I'm over here and I'm like, oh, it's so cold. And they're like, get over it. And I'm like, no, you'll understand.
Yeah.
Come stay for a while.
Yeah, but
it's really cold here.
Is the snow higher than you? It's a different kind of cold over there.
Yeah. Oh, it definitely is. Well, Jade, thank you so much for being here today. I have had an absolute blast, and I think now I'm going to have to start filling up my shopping cart again.
Yes. No, thanks for having me. I really appreciate it. It's great to chat and actually connect with you guys and your audience as well. But yeah, and like you and Rachel as well have been such big parts of the community for such a long time, so it's great to actually chat properly to you guys, get to know you.
Yeah, absolutely. And I guess everybody listening will see you in the VIP room.
Yes, I'll see you there.
Thanks. Thanks so much for joining us on the Healthy Metal Hippie podcast. For more ways to connect, go to www.healthymetalhippie.com.